there, my name is Kelly Dale with Off the Beaded Path. Today we are going to finish out the Halo series. I'm going to show you a really quick and simple halo ring today. Guys, I cannot begin to tell you how easy this ring is and how quick this ring is, but how really great it will be for a gift, because I mean literally it takes 10 minutes to make this ring. So easy. So what you're going to need is one 8mm round, 6 4mm rounds, 6 3mm bicones, about 22, 24 size 11 seed beads, and then you're going to need enough 3mm rounds to do the ring band. For me, it took about 30, but you know, you can do as much or as light as you need. You're also going to need about a ½ yard of fire line, so about around 16, 18 inches. You're also going to need about 12 inches of 0.5 stretch magic. So go ahead and get your mat set up and then we'll get started. So I've got a needle threaded onto my ½ yard of fire line, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up one 3mm and one 4mm 6 times. So I already have my stuff kind of laid out here, so I know exactly what to pick up and how many. Now, you're going to take and let these beads drop down. Leave yourself just a little bit of a tail. And go back through all 12 beads again. You're going to tie these in the tail and the working thread into a circle. You want a couple of knots. And you're going to take your needle and go through the 4mm right next to the knot. So that this is what you should have so far. You're going to pick up 2 size 11 seed beads, one 8mm, and 2 size 11 seed beads. Right now, my working thread is coming out to the right of this bottom 4mm. I'm going to come to the opposite 4mm, which is this one up here, and I'm going to go through that bead going from left to right so that my bead will lay at a diagonal. Thread on 2 11s. And come right back down through that 8mm bead again. And then 2 11s. And you're going to go through the 4mm here at the bottom where you started, so that it finishes out that little X shape that you made. Now at this point, you can go ahead and cut off that little tail if you want to, so it'll be out of your way. Now, you're ready to add your embellishments along the top. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your needle and you want to go up through the 2 11s and then through the 8mm. If you're using, just like the other rest of the halo set, depending on what you're using will depend on how many seed beads. I'm using Toho, so I'm only going to pick up 3 size 11s, and I'm going to come through this middle 3mm here on the right side of that 8mm, so that the seed beads lay like this. Then pick up 3 11s, and you're going to come right back up through that 8mm again, and I'm going to put my finger on there to hold that into place. And now, same thing, you want 3 11s. Come through the 3mm here on the left side, and I'm actually going to flip it around so that my hands aren't all in the way. I'm going to go through that 3mm. And then 3 more. And I'm going to go right back up through that 8mm one more time, so that when you do that, you've got one of the little components of the halo. Take and go through the 2 11s and the 4mm here to the top. Now you're ready to add the little loops on each end for your ring band. We're going to add them here and here. So this is where your little 3mm rounds come in. You're going to need one 3mm round, one 11, and one 3mm round. Right now my thread is coming out to the left of this 4mm, so I'm going to come right through that bead again to make a circle. So it's like this. I'm going to go through those beads a couple of more times, and then I'm going to stitch around to come out of the 4mm over here. So I want the one opposite where I added the little loop. So I finished out this side. I've stitched around here to the top, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pick up a 3mm, an 11, and a 3mm, and I'm going to come back through that bead again to make a circle. And then I'm going to reinforce this and tie this thread. So here is the completed ring top. And you can see here, I've actually got one completed, so you can kind of see what we'll be actually doing and going for. And then here is a brown version that I did, so you can kind of see how it's going to come together now. So I've taken my Stretch Magic and I have centered it in the size 11 seed bead here on one end of the ring top. And all you're going to do, you're going to use thread one 3mm onto each thread. Then thread on one 3mm onto one thread. You're going to let it slide down, and you're going to take the other thread and cross through it so that when you pull, it makes a little loop of beads just like this. And you want to continue that, so you're going to put one bead onto each thread, then pick up one bead and cross your threads opposite ways through that one bead. And you are going to continue to do that until you have enough beads on for the size ring that you need. This one here, it makes about a size 7 to an 8, and this one has 1, 2, 3. Let me get it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 little boxes from side to side. And then this one is smaller. This would be like a size 6. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it has one less box on it. So that'll kind of give you an idea of how many little boxes you need. Now when you get done, you need to leave 2 beads or 1 bead onto each thread, like you were going to make one more box. Once you get the ring band to the size that you need it to be, I've got my 1 bead onto each thread, and I'm just going to basically take my band, bend it back towards the other side, and go through the little size 11 seed bead here on the other opposite side of the ring band. I'm going to take these 2 threads and I'm going to tie them together into a circle. Now you'll want to be careful when you do this, because you don't want that little 3mm bead to get caught up into your knot that you're making. And I just put a couple, 3 to 4 knots in there. I like to put at least 3 double knots in it. And then you'll take your nippers, trim it, and now you have a halo ring that will match the rest of the halo set. So here's the black version, the pendant last week. Everybody loved the turquoise so much that I did the turquoise for a sample this week. And then here is the brown one from our set. And as you can see, it's just a really, really cute and simple ring. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to make the halo ring. And again, this does finish out the halo set. We're going to start with something completely new next week. We do have all three of the colors that I've shown you today. We've got all three color kits available on our website, as well as the written pattern if you need a pattern for this. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.